Hey everybody, we're at Comic-Con, and I found Trevor in the NECA booth. And Trevor's going to talk to us about some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh. Imagine that.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
New Turtles for San Diego Comic-Con 2024. So, should we go ahead and get started?
Yes,
Let's talk about Turtles.
Okay.
So let's start up here, because this is the maybe the most wild thing that you've brought out is the Dimension X Vacation Turtle box set.
Every now and then you got to do just like kind of a fun, weird, like out of left field thing. You're still having fun with turtles, and they can go in any different direction. So yeah, this is something we've been wanting to do. A friend of ours was like just really hoping we'd do a Christmas set or some kind of holiday set, and it was like, oh, this is the perfect thing.
You got to bring back the music turtles, kind
There's
of.
not a lot of opportunity to reuse those molds or anything. Yeah, so this was like the perfect thing for that. And yeah, so Dimension Xmas Vacation 4-pack. Everything you see on display here comes in the box. It's going to be in Walmart like any week now. It's
really?
Like,
so we'll have it in time for the holidays.
For
so
sure.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's like Christmas in July.
Yeah, be changing the whole Christmas display this year for these guys to make it in there. Wow, that was something that I certainly wasn't expecting. So I'm hoping it's pleasantly surprising a lot of people.
It seems to be. Yeah, we've got a lot of questions and comments, and people seem to be excited about it.
Yeah,
it's great.
And they've got with those articulated jaws, they're good for caroling. So it worked well, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, and then right next to them is something that we've kind of seen a little bit, but is now available to purchase and is
out. Yeah, you can buy it right now in the NECA store. It's an open pre-order for the next 3 weeks. It's final production sample on display here. You can see the packaging right below it.
Man.
Freddie Williams artwork, just like he knocked it out of the park. It's so awesome.
And it's something that real fans can appreciate, kind of the obscurity of it, and you had to do a lot of research to get this to come together properly, right?
There was almost nothing that we could look up online, and we had to ask around with like a couple friends and people like kind of on the inside, and we got behind the scenes photos of the thing, and it was just such a bizarre, strange, unused prop from the second movie. And then so Freddie helped us like finish the design and kind of flesh it out, and it's an awesome, it's like the centerpiece to your movie collection. So it's
Shredder with his giant dandelion sitting on his throne is something that you need in your display. For sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome. It looks like more black and white versions of the Universal Monsters times crossover with TMNT, right?
Yeah. These guys are really cool, like just black and white repaints, but they look awesome. It's the 4-pack and the 2-pack out at Walmart now. And then we'll have new monsters hopefully later this year.
Cool.
And into next year. The line's continuing, but in between, then and now, we've got these black and white ones to sort of fill the gap.
It's a good tradition that follows the Universal Monsters line kind of theme.
Yeah, it totally works.
Awesome. So black and white soon, and then more monsters on the way.
Yes.
Cool. And then next door here, we start to get some brand new cartoon stuff, and stuff that wasn't in the cartoon, but is kind of in the cartoon style, and what looks to be a much more substantial Slash.
Yeah, this is the Slash that I always wanted to make. The first one we just used the regular like turtle body, but in the cartoon he was a lot bigger and beefier and stuff. So yeah, this one he's got 2 different heads. He's got all the different hands, and then we made a bunch of new accessories that we didn't include the first time. Like the little dish, the terrarium bowl, that giant laser gun. There's a different laser there. So yeah, it's a bunch of new accessories. Ultimate Slash figure.
That's awesome. And right next to him is a big surprise for the show. We were getting PandaCon into the line.
Yeah, PandaCon. That's a figure that we're hoping we could make. We get requests. Is it possible? Could you do that? And we partnered with Galestone Media that owns the rights to the character. They wanted to work with us, and we want to work with them, and it's been a great partnership. partnership, and they let us kind of do our own design, so it kind of fits in with that Fred Wolfe style. So they were great, and yeah, they're very excited about the figure. We're just really happy to have like a Panda Con in the turtle line now.
I like the design you guys went with. It's like he'll go with like even Usagi almost perfectly, because I always team them up together. When I was a kid,
lot of people do. So they pair up great. He's got 2 different heads, and even the tops of the heads are interchangeable, so you can swap expressions. There's like the calm face, and then like the gritting teeth, but you can give them like the top knot and like switch it out, and then the hat kind of just fits down on top of the head. The backpack, that lid opens up so you can put the claws or the hands or the accessories. The sword can like stick in there. So yeah, it's lots of accessories and interchangeable parts. It's a great figure.
Yeah, exciting stuff for a new character, and also a new take on one of the very first figures in the cartoon line.
Another much needed upgrade for Shredder, just like Slash. Like, this is like all new sculpt from head to toe. Also with pinless joints on these guys now. It's another thing we're upgrading with new figures. We're going pinless. And yeah, just lots of interchangeable parts. The helmets are swappable. The heads are, interchangeable. Even if you remember on the cartoon with the Medi laser, there's like that directional unit that like comes out of
and that it couldn't use it because it was gone.
So that little gray piece on the back of the handle, that is removable, just like it is on the show. I kept telling the factory, like, don't glue this in place. It's meant to be removable.
That's awesome.
And so it's like all those little details from the show we try to like, fit into the characters and stuff.
And a maskless head with the stones up there, and a helmetless head.
And the Sarnoff, that little crown piece can swap out with like the masked Shredder face, so you can do like either version.
Oh, nice.
There's lots of like interchangeable, options for like displaying.
Awesome. Well, and then down below here in the coming very soon, Donatello's lab, some new 2-packs for the cartoons, right?
Yep. Everyone's wanted ever since we did the regular.
I'm glad you showed that, because I was gonna do a terrible paint job on one.
I think there's a few people that jumped ahead and like when it started repainting Raph in the white jacket, but you don't have to do that. We're making one for you.
Nice.
So yeah, there's a 2-pack with Leo and Raph that's coming out in the fall. We've got Worm and Tattoo.
Everybody's favorite hamster turned into tattooed.
Who knew? Turns out he was a hamster all along. So yeah, Tattoo's. Yeah, he's a big, bulky figure. So yeah, it's a great set.
And Worm is another one that's kind of ushering in characters that weren't done in that style, although he kind of came close in a commercial, but he was never on the show. So
no, but he should have been.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, he's there, and also like interchangeable eyeballs. He's got the bug out eyes.
And you can keep them in the drawer there.
Yeah, you tuck them away in the drawer when you don't need them. He's got this worm tongue that clips into his mouth.
Awesome.
Bendy wire on the tentacle leg.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, he's got all kinds of cool details.
Nice. And a vacation disguise, perfect for San Diego, Bebop and Rocksteady as well.
Yep, they'll go with your Napoleon, your Colossus Napoleon figure. Just crazy, weird disguises and outfits and everything on that show. So we're trying to get to as many of them as we can. And they're fun and colorful and just great new figures for your Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, keeping them fresh in the line. That's awesome. So awesome, excellent showing of never been done characters in the style, new upgrades on previous figures for cartoons. So lots of cool cartoon stuff coming soon.
Yeah, a little bit of everything for the cartoon.
Okay. Well then, turning this way, we got to talk about and preview a bunch of this stuff with Ken Matroni not too long ago. But the Wrestling Stump Turtle set is almost here, along with Crying Hound, and Leatherhead was a reveal as well.
That's a new reveal for the show. Archie wrestling Leatherhead. He's such an awesome, one of the most like Ken sort of like, you know,
looking,
style,
feeling. Yeah,
it's got everything that Ken is beloved for his artwork and stuff. And just they look like they jumped right out of the page.
Yeah, and pinless turtles.
Yeah.
For the stumps, which is awesome. So I see this ring is cool for a mock-up for a diorama for the display. But man, it'd be really cool to have a stump wrestling ring at some point if you guys are going to go even crazier than you're already going.
It
with
would
some
be
of this
cool.
stuff.
There's a lot of wrestling figures now. There might be more on the horizon. We might need a ring to put them all in.
That would be wild.
That's a good idea.
That would be wild. And then Mondo Gecko and Belly Bomb were out last year, but we've got them in package now.
Yeah,
those are close as well, right?
Yeah, final production samples here. They're in packaging. All this stuff is going to be hitting stores like in the next month or two.
Wow.
So yeah, it's all
there. They are.
Yeah.
Your turtles. Well, it's awesome Archie presence, but also continuing on with new versions of characters and new characters being introduced into the Mirage line as well.
The Mirage line continues.
Yeah, with
all
massive
kinds of stuff.
Leatherhead. I don't know. You want to start with him?
Yeah, sure. That's another one. We showed an early Paintmaster sample last year.
Yeah.
This thing is this is all in plastic. The tooling's done. This is a final production sample. He's got 2 different heads, 3 sets of hands, just like with most of the figures.
Yeah.
Fully articulated tail,
oh yeah.
So it's lots of cool posability.
There's like 6 or 7 joints back there.
Yeah. So yeah, awesome. He's a big, bulky, like one of the most deluxe figures we've done so far.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, and you've got him with Handyman Donatello too.
Yeah. He's really cool. There's a lot of stuff we've done from, I think it's issue 11 now, where they go back to the farmhouse and Don's working on the furnace and writing, and he's got the typewriter accessory you can see in the window there. He comes with the typewriter, and April's writing in her diary, so there's everyone's just kind of collecting their thoughts and everything in this issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a full tool belt with removable pieces, wrenches, all-peen hammers. he's got it all. He's
like your dad in the turtle form.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Well, and you had shown off or hinted that April version 2.0 was coming, and now she looks like she's pretty close to production done. Ready?
Yeah, everything in here is all production.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's just about done and ready for production now. She comes with Professor Obligado back there with his little fedora
and nice pipe.
Yeah. So that's a really cool accessory. I wanted to sneak in somewhere.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of accessories for April, so I thought this will be great. We'll put them in there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, they're a really great set.
That's a good one. And above them, you've got Old Man Raph fighting Karai.
Yes, the very first time we're doing a Mirage Karai figure from the City at War storyline. She's awesome. There's 2 different heads. There's the masked and the unmasked head.
Awesome.
There's an empty shredder helmet.
Nice.
It's just a cool accessory piece that she can hold in her hand or whatever. Lots of weapons, extra hands, the whole, the whole thing.
Awesome. And then also a new foot assassin. Is that what you guys are calling the assassin? That looks like an all new body.
Yeah, it's an all new sculpt. He's a lot bigger than the old Elite Guard. And lots of weapons. He comes with a little time bomb up here.
Oh, nice.
It's all from the City of War comics.
Yeah.
So all the weapons, everything you see, it's all from that. He's got 2 different heads. There's a masked and an unmasked head, interchangeable parts.
Man.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah. And then the Triceratops and Gladiators, those are single carded, or is that
it's a single card. It's a great army builder. So you get as many or as few as you want, to battle the turtles. All new sculpt, lots of really cool details. Comes with a ton of weapons. the two swords that he's holding, like those plug together.
Oh,
so it
nice.
makes that
So
big
it's that
sort
big
of like
one.
spear,
Yeah.
sword, weapon that they use in the comic.
I love the texture on the bodies too.
Yeah, just like the old Zog figure, we kind of put all the scales and everything on them.
Yeah.
Hinged jaw, so lots of cool articulation, bendy wire in the tail.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and they're out now. They've been hitting.
Yeah, the people have been finding
They're
them,
already
yeah.
people are already finding them. So.
Yeah. Well, and then finally we've got Hunter Leo, Super Turtle, and the Domo. I almost can't believe it, man.
Yeah, I'm in shock too. It's like they're crazy. Hunter Leo is awesome again from that one issue where like I think it's like issue 11, I think. But yeah, it's a really cool figure. He's got a bow and arrow, 4 arrows, the quiver, the knife, a sword, all new head sculpt. Paul Harding, who worked on the original Mirage 4-pack from last year. He did all these new parts for these guys. Did a great job. Super Turtle comes with a clean domoid and the battle damaged one.
Nice.
So it's like 3 figures in one set. He's got the wire in his cape, 2 different heads, 3 sets of hands, and a bunch of other accessories.
And he's looking pinless as well.
He's pinless too, yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, a lot of them going forward, it's all going to be pinless from now on.
That's exciting.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, so lots of Mirage stuff coming too. And then finally, though, a huge, I can't believe how much of this line has been done and all the characters now that the Last Ronin is continuing with lots of new characters.
There's a lot of new stuff. These are some of my favorites. The new Turtles from the Lost Day, and then like the sequel, like the Re-Evolution comic with Odin and Moha and Uno and Yi. Like they're just like Ben Bishop's designs for those new Turtles. They're just screaming like action figure,
Well, some of the Last Ronin Turtles are some of the coolest Turtles figures that I've ever had. So it's like seeing this continue is really cool, especially with Grammy April.
Yeah, Grammy April's awesome. That's another Paul Harding sculpt. And they're just, it's a great set. Like the Ronin storyline is awesome, and they've been tons of fun to work on. Ben Bishop does all the packaging art for us. He's excited to be working with us, and we love working with Ben and with Kevin on this stuff. So
that's awesome.
It's great. We even have a vehicle.
I was going to say, and finally, the one that I think I've seen the most requests for is Casey Marie, but she comes with her motorcycle.
Straight out of the first issue of the comic. Ronin can fit on the bike, Casey Marie can fit on the bike, so you can mix and match and however you want to display it. It's got a little tiny flight stand so you can kind of pose it and get it in a few different
cool. Cool. So what about is the altered a diorama piece, or are you guys
I don't know. If people like it,
that's pretty awesome.
It's like Ben was drawing this stuff like on covers and like pinups and everything, and I was just like, I saw his artwork and I was like, this is like the perfect set piece for the figures. I just wanted to build that, and it kind of expanded out. So if people like it, maybe we can find a way to produce it or something. I don't know.
That's awesome.
If people want it, we'll make it.
Well, I want it.
Okay,
so let's make it.
Okay, cool. We'll do it.
All right. Well, awesome. Trevor, as always, thanks for making all the cool turtle stuff. And thanks for talking about all.
I'm happy to talk turtles anytime.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. And Trevor, we'll probably do this again next year. Comic-Con. So, all right. Later, guys.